going on here?
Yeah, that's right, lads. Get it on the cover so it doesn't spoil.
Thanks, Dave.
Bill! Bill! I want Roger and David on the production line.
After we finished here, I was going to have them start on the Burrows refit.
Well, they can wait.
He's been waiting for almost a week, Jack.
So, what's a few more hours?
We should have finished that job by Friday. What's the Burrows going to say when they come to collect their boat and find out we haven't even started yet?
Now, that's what I call negative thinking, Bill. Think positive. Make a little telephone call and make sure the Burrows don't arrive.
Well, what am I going to tell them?
Well, blame the weather. That's always a good excuse. Or better still, tell them we're waiting for a part. I just need a bit more time, Bill. I want those lads back on production or we'll fall behind.
We're already behind by the sound of it.
Well, I won't tell the Burrows if you don't. Okay? Right, David, Roger, come on. Follow me.
Bill,
Yeah?
I thought you were supposed to be taking the day off in lieu of all that overtime you worked.
I was. Jack phoned me last night. Called me in at 6 o'clock this morning. Same with a few of the others.
More overtime?
And there'll be a lot more the way this production schedule's going. Jack's got a few problems brewing, Tom. I think you better have a word.
Keys. I cannot find my car keys.
Right where you left them so you wouldn't forget.
Well, if that isn't a sign of nerves.
Relax.
I'm trying to.
I'm sure the show will be a huge success.
Well, it better be. If I've got any hope of setting up one in the Mediterranean. Now, I've got to go. I'm meeting James at 9. Well, you better get a move on, otherwise you're going to be late yourself.
I'm not going to work till this afternoon, remember?
Abby's scan. I'm sorry, I forgot.
You don't have to apologise. You've obviously got a lot more important things on your mind.
There is nothing more important. My family still come first.
Oh, do they?
Yes, and you know it.
Sounds as if I'm not the one who needs to be convinced.
Today, I will be thinking about you and Abby and the baby. All right.
Oh, come on, Neil. The fraud office don't move in on someone unless they've got something. And when haven't I made it worth your while? Yeah, well, let me know what the costs are and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Bye now.
Cost?
Yes, advertising on the new cruiser.
And since when does the client make it worthwhile for an advertiser?
Well, you have got a suspicious mind, Laura.
So is the fraud office. I think you'd better be careful what you say on the phone in future in case you're being bugged.
What's that supposed to mean?
Don't tell me you haven't heard.
Heard what?
Charles Freer.
Oh, yes, heard something on the local news about some documents being seized.
Yes, and the fraud office is also particularly interested in anyone who's ever had any dealings with Freer Holdings.
Well, any dealings I ever had never came to anything, so I've got nothing to hide.
Yes, I gather the incinerator's been working overtime this morning.
Oh, you saw Dave, did you, on your way in?
Just about, through the cloud of smoke.
Yes, I decided to have a bit of a clear out as Dave was burning some debris. Well, there's no point in being snowed under with out-of-date paperwork, is there? When Vicky gets in, would you tell her I've gone down to the Mermaid Yard if anybody wants me?
Still behind schedule on the cruiser.
Apparently, yes. So we'll have to revise our sales and marketing deadlines when I get back.
Could you make it after lunch? I have an important engagement of my own this morning.
Business?
Personal.
Anything I can help with?
If there is, I'll let you know.
I've been putting in an 18-hour day, working flat out, and you accuse me of slacking off.
Nobody's accusing you of slacking, Jack.
Then what is it?
Well, you must admit that production is a bit slow, to say the least.
Yeah, well, we'll get back on schedule.
Oh, come on. I know you and the way you operate. When you're building in wood, there's always delays, excuses.
Reasons, Tom, reasons. And you should look at why production's running late. You wouldn't be so bloody critical then.
I have looked. Blue Ribbon's deck mold didn't seal with the hull.
Blue Ribbon?
April's name for spring, too.
Oh, well, that's original. Or whatever they want to call it. There wasn't enough manpower on it.
She's expecting to launch that boat in the Med next week, not next year.
Listen, have you seen the state of that mould? It needs sanding down.
But is it finished? No, it isn't smooth enough.
Correct.
And what went wrong with laying the fiberglass mat on Frere 6 metre?
The resin didn't gel.
So you decided to start again and do it yourself?
Yeah, that's the only way it'll be done properly.
When?
Sometime today.
You mean if you can tear yourself away from that timber that arrived this morning?
Yeah, it'll need cutting and filled.
What went wrong with the timber that you sent back?
It was substandard.
Substandard? Everything's substandard in your eyes. That's your trouble, Jack. You're looking for something that does not exist. Perfection.
Yeah, that is the difference between a craftsman and a machine. I take a pride in my work.
And too much time.
The business park file?
The business park, our marina interests, Landcrest, even Rotten Marine.
Yeah, but on what grounds?
Oh, for God's sake. If Daniel Morris's report is being referred to the Serious Fraud Office and they're seizing files, I'd put suspicion of fraud at the top of the list, wouldn't you?
Well, suspicion's one thing. Gather evidence, other.
They can gather evidence, believe me.
Well, they couldn't the last time. I can assure you, as a sir, I thought of this that time. But, we got the case thrown out. On a technicality, I grant you.
This time it's different.
Why? Because of Orrin Hudson?
Oh, I couldn't give a damn about Orrin Hudson. We've got enough on him after his prank with my father's America's Cup design.
Charles, we haven't exactly kept records of sensitive matters, have we?
Nevertheless, we have to go through all our past dealings with a fine-tooth comb. I want to be in a position to counter any allegations.
Charles, I can assure you the SFO will find nothing irregular in any of those documents.
But they will find names. Then they'll ask questions. Now, you don't need me to tell you of the implications if some of our past associates provide the Serious Fraud Office with any answers.
Right, is that right down on the crown? Good. Now, profile. Lovely. Earrings. Come on, Alison, earrings on. Look, everybody, I want your hats and your earrings on now. It's getting late.
About 15
Please,
minutes.
no,
The guests are starting to arrive. Jan, come on. We should be out there.
All right, everyone, be brilliant.
Okay, really good luck, everybody. If anybody has any problems, we'll be back in about 5 minutes, okay? Good luck.
Thank you.